History was rewritten at the Gabba, not at the Wacker. Apologies for my error in my last video. But what a wonderful performance by India in this last test match. The fortress has been breached after 32 long years, and who expected it from a young Indian team with most of the players playing their first tour to Australia. This is Navratan Singh and you're watching Cricket Unlimited. At the toss of the final test match, when Ajinkya Rahane announced his final 11, I didn't really think that India had a good chance in this final test match. I would have been a happy man had India drawn this final test, and most Indians would have been, because India were retaining the Border Gavaskar series. But eventually it turned out the other way. Australia won the toss and batted first, and for most part of this test match, India were behind the 8 ball. Australia looked like posting 400 for the first time in the series, but India fought back well to restrict Australia to 360 odd. Thanks to Manas Labuschagne, first test century in this series. India came out to bat and were 189 for 6. Literally half the score runs still to score. Looked like Australia would have a big first innings lead. Came in two young players, Shardul Thakur and Washington Sundar. Both scored their debut 50s in this test match and had a wonderful partnership of 123 runs. Eventually, India brought the deficit down to 33 runs. The game was once again in the balance. Australia had to make the call. They had to force a result with the series on the line. Australia looked to score fast runs, and the openers did their job perfectly. 89 runs for the first wicket partnership, which was the highest for them in the series. Once again, it looked like Australia were running away with the game. India fought back with Siraj and Shardul Thakur picking up 5 wickets and 4 wickets. Siraj picking up his debut 5-wicket haul and eventually bowling out Australia for 290. The target was set for India, 327, with 1 day to go. With rain looming large, all 3 results were possible. India lost Rohit early, but Shubham Gill and Cheteshwar Pujara saw to that India didn't lose any wickets on the first session of the final day. That set the tone for India. They followed it in the second session, and Shubham Gill played wonderfully well for his 91. Fell short of his maiden test century, but batted beautifully. Ajinkya Rahane scored a brisk 30 odd, and the game was set for the final session. The series set with the final session, and it went down to the final hour. Australia took the new ball, got Pujara out, but Rishabh Pant was unstoppable, and along with Sundar, he created history for India. India eventually won the series 2-1. That's been a wonderful record created by India. It's been a legendary performance by India and would go down in the history books for them. Clearly, there's been a difference between both these teams. India has played as a team, and you can see with the standout performances by their players. On the other side, who are the players who have performed for Australia in the series? Well, there have been a handful of them only. Pat Cummins was a standout performer, eventually named the player of the tournament, player of the series with 21 wickets. He was the best performer for Australia, along with Joe Hazlewood, who gave good support to Pat Cummins, picking up 15 wickets. And maybe Smith, after being poor in the first 2 test matches, played well, scored a century and a couple of half centuries, and Labuschagne scoring a century in the final test match. Maybe those are the 4 top performers for Australia. Now let's have a look at India. Shubham Gill, wonderful prospect for India for the future. Cheteshwar Pujara, rock solid as always. Ajinkya Rahane, the stand-in captain, scored a wonderful century at Melbourne. Hanuman Vihari, Rishabh Pant, the man of the match for the final test match. Ashwin, Jadeja, Mohammad Siraj, Shardul Thakur, T. Natarajan, Washington Sundar. The list just goes on and on for India. So clearly, India was the team which played as a team and eventually went on to win the series. So what's the future? Now, after winning this historical series, India's eyes should be set on the WTC finals. The next test series is a home series against England, which is a need to win by a margin of 2-0 or 3-1 or better to qualify for the finals. On the other hand, Australia has a tour to South Africa and needs to win there 3-0 or 2-1 to qualify for the finals. So, after having a wonderful start to this year, India would like to finish it with winning the WTC final. That would be the cherry on the top of the cake. It's been a brilliant series, one for the ages, and it's my pleasure for me to bring this preview of all the matches of the series to you all. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, goodbye and see you.